"Guyton Road," Bert sang out as he made a sharp right turn at a corner that featured a yellow sign that read, "Support Beeville Bees. Buy local honey." "We did it. We're here." "Indeed we are." Mother clapped her hands, her face lighted with a smile. The weariness of the trip dropped away, and Deborah saw an Abigail Lantz she hadn't seen in a long time, not since Dad's death more than 2 years ago. "We made it. Praise God." Praise God. Deborah hoped Mother wouldn't read her face. If coming to B County made her mother happy, then Deborah would make the best of it. Make the best of it. That was what Dad would have said. Whatever it was. Even if it involved leaving behind the only home they'd ever known, and all their friends, and most of their family, because Mother wanted to marry an old beau who'd stepped aside long ago when she married Dad. The van rocked to a stop in front of a long, dirty white building with rusted siding and a tin roof. The sign out front read, "Combination Store." A broken-down black buggy sat in front of it, as if someone had parked it there and left it to waste away until it collapsed and disappeared into the earth. Come on. Don't just sit there. Let's get out." Mother slid open the door. "Stephen will be waiting." "He's waited this long." Deborah bit back the rest of the sentence. Mother did what she thought was best. Deborah had no business questioning. "Are you sure he's meeting us?" "I told him we were dividing the trip into 2 days, so we would arrive middle of the afternoon today." Deborah slipped from the van, glad to stand on solid ground. Dirt puffed up around her bare feet, then settled on her toes, turning them brown. If it was this dry in early June, what would it be like in August? A desert? Grasshoppers shot in all directions. 2 landed on her apron. She brushed them away, more interested in the deafening sound in the air like a buzzsaw cutting lumber. She'd never heard such a ruckus. The smell of manure mixed with cut hay hung in air heavy with humidity. She glanced back at Layla, who climbed down with more grace. She had the same bewildered look on her face as Rebecca. "What is that noise?" "Cicadas, I reckon." Rebecca shrugged. "Leastways, that's what I'm thinking. Caleb was reading about them in his books." Bugs. No doubt her little brother would love this place. The letters Stephen had written to her mother had talked about B County as if it were a garden oasis. Deborah had imagined groves of citrus trees so laden with oranges and grapefruits that the branches hung to the ground. He described wild grapes, olives, and figs, filling Deborah's mind with images of something downright biblical, an Eden sprouting up in Texas. Eden with palm trees. After all, Stephen said the Gulf of Mexico wasn't far. He even said they could wade in the salty water if they had such a hankering. Deborah definitely had a hankering, but it didn't involve the ocean. She sidled closer to Layla. "This is the promised land?" She kept her voice down. "Citrus and orchards?" Layla stuck Hazel on her hip and hoisted her canvas bag onto her shoulder. "Mother sure thinks it is." Despite the sweat on her face and the scraggly blonde hair that had escaped her prayer cup, Deborah's younger sister didn't look the least bit concerned about meeting the people who would be her new community. "She's as happy as a bee on honeysuckle." Rebecca tittered, and Hazel joined in, even though at 3 she couldn't know what was so funny. "Are those twisted things trees?" Layla wrinkled her nose as if she smelled something bad, too. "They sure are stunted looking." "Live oak, I think." Caleb loved to share all the tidbits of information he squirreled away in his head from his beloved books. "The cacti are called prickly pear. The fat parts are, no pales." He stumbled over the pronunciation of the last word. It came out